And now, just so I can be completely confused, I'll ride the fourth bike I've ridden today. I'm now on Kyler's 2018 250 XCF. And let me just tell you, this mofo is freaking awesome. Guys say I'm a two-stroke guy, because I am. I love the two-strokes. But if I'm gonna have one four-stroke from the KTM lineup, it's easy for me. It's this sucker. It's the KTM 250 XCF. I love the way these bikes feel. I love the way they corner. I love the way they feel in the whoops. No, it may not be the best, like, deep sand desert racing bike, but I don't care. I don't do deep sand desert racing. I like to have fun on the bikes, and this one is the most fun four-stroke. Now, the Yurko 300 SEFR also is extremely good. I give the suspension an edge on this one, though. So yeah, I'm gonna be, I don't even know what I'm doing, because I'm riding 4 bikes in one day. You talk about trying to get used to things. You feel the engine braking a little bit more on this one, but it's not like crazy like on a 450. And the people that say these things don't make enough power to carry you around, well, I think it makes plenty of power. Hey, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I've had a couple of different 250s in the past, 254 strokes. I've had actually just this bike in the 2016 model. This is a 2018 model, and this bike is so freaking phenomenal. If I could choose one four-stroke right now, it would be this bike. I mentioned that the 300 SEFR by Yurko is also very good, and that motor kind of gives you a little bit of the best of both worlds because it has a little bit more low end, but this bike is more balanced in my opinion for all around, the type of riding that I do. And the funnest part about one of these 254 strokes is you can literally, out of every corner, you can literally give a fistful of throttle and the bike just responds. It doesn't come back to bite you, and it doesn't act like it's gonna tear your arms off and wheelie straight out, from under you. And so they have kind of the perfect combination of power and power and agility. The other thing is this bike corners. I don't know why, but I feel like this bike and the other 250s that I've been on, they seem to corner like a dream. They're very planted and have this incredible feel to them where they just go right where you point them. And I think the 254 stroke is like this. It's kind of like the best kept secret sometimes in all of dirt bikes, because everyone overlooks them for the 450s, and then everyone's riding these behemoths that have too much power for them, and the bikes are riding them more than they're riding the bike. Whereas if they would stay with these 250s, and you can go just as fast, generally speaking. I know there's going to be a bunch of people that say, no, you can't go as fast on a 250 as you can a 450, and I'll blow my top out on the 250. But these 250s are awesome, guys. I just love them. Dang, I love the way this thing corners. One time I was out on a ride with a guy, and I was riding a KTM 250 XCF at the time, and he was riding a 450, and he was used to seeing me ride like KTM 300s or something like that, the two strokes, and he was like, dang dude, you're fast on that 250, I can't believe it. And I'm like, I'm riding the same speed as I always ride. And it was like a foreign concept to him. I'm like, just because it only says 250 on the side doesn't mean you can't ride it fast. You can ride this 250 every bit as fast as you can ride your 450.
more like when you come hard into a corner, it doesn't want to do the little kind of like, it's just,
what?
It just lays it down.
You're talking about the XC?
Yeah, I like this bike.
Dude, this bike, this XCF, freaking corners like a dream.
Oh, yeah, I agree. That one corners, that's the best corner.
It's the best corner. I know better cornering on that and like whoops on that than my theory. Here's my theory on this. Trying to car off the bottom, how this electric it feels. Off the bottom at low RPM, that's still 80 to 1 on my, or whatever yours is, what, 90?
The 250XC, that's 80 to 1 right now.
80 to 1. Okay, so off the bottom here, this could be 200 to 1.
Off the bottom.
Low RPM. So it knows it, and it probably changes and fluctuates.
So it probably better mixes your air fuel mix
Off the bottom. See, these you can't change. Off the bottom down high, you get more fuel, but it's the same ratio. This is putting in exactly what it needs at the right time, and that's
Because you're agreeing with what I'm saying. There's something about that bottom end on the EFI bikes
just boom.
that is just, it's right there and it spins so fast.
But that may be the gearing on this though, because I can, when I come rallying into a corner and I wheelie out of every corner where I did.
So
not that that's bad. Once you get, second gear up, they're almost the same. No, it's not that.
You can see the various bikes that we had there on that day. There was the KTM 250XC carbureted version. There was 2 of those EFI bikes, my KTM 250XC WTPI and that Husky TE 250i. We had this bike, the 4-stroke 250, and then we also had the 4-stroke 450 there. Everyone agreed the 450 4-stroke was not their favorite bike. Colby likes his bike and it's good, but most of the other guys don't love riding the 450s within that group. But everyone said that they loved the 250 XCF. Everyone was like, came home saying, came away from this day saying, man, I want one of those things. If I can have 2 bikes, this would certainly be one of them. It's just such a phenomenal package. It's so fun to ride, and I think a lot of people overlook them, and I think that's a mistake.